What's going on YouTube? Laughing Pikachu here. Today we have another episode of Hashtag Tribble T, also known as Top 10 Tuesday. And you might be wondering, like, what is going on? Today's Monday, isn't it? Why is this Top 10 Tuesday going up today? What? So, no, I did not get the days mixed up, but I had a pack battle and a Pika Pack, like, duel video planned to go up today, but unfortunately some stuff happened, so we just have to flip them around. It's no big deal, it's completely fine. But yeah, so I didn't want to, like, not post a Top 10 Tuesday for this week, because I know you guys like this series, so I figured, you know what, we're just gonna flip them up, so it should be all good in the hood, right? Like that Unlisted Leaf reference? Anyways, so yeah, we're just gonna, today we'll be talking about the top 10 least expensive full arts. I thought this would be a pretty interesting topic because, you know, constantly when we're, like, opening up packs, we're thinking, like, what's the most expensive card that we can get? But another thing to think about is what's the least expensive card we can get? And so that'll be, like, the number one full art that we don't want to pull. So, I don't know, it's just an interesting topic. I think you guys might be interested in it. If you aren't, I apologize. I'm always trying to think of interesting things, so if you have a more interesting idea that you would like to see for a Top 10 Tuesday, feel free to let me know in the comment section below, because you guys are some of the most creative people ever, so your ideas would be greatly appreciated. But at number 10, we have the Thundurus EX Full Art from Roaring Skies. First of all, I just want to say, sorry, Unlisted Leaf, I know you love this card and you've been, like, looking for it, and some people have sent it to you through FCBMs and stuff, but unfortunately, this card is just not worth much. It's not very playable, so as a result, it's only worth around $4, which is around the price of a pack, so it's not even, like, it's terrible. So yeah, worth around $4, mainly just because it's not playable. At number 6, where am I going today? At number 9, we have the Emolga Full Art, again, around $4. I know Sadose from the Skull Surgical TCG channel hates this card, so if that's not a reason, like a good enough reason for this card to be worth like $4, another thing is just it's not playable, and so as a result, not playable stuff, not worth much. Kind of sucks that, you know, cards nowadays aren't really based off of like how hard it is to pull it, but more of like just how playable it is, and like it kind of sucks for like collectors because that sort of like, you know, it's not really ideal because it's no longer based on like how hard something is to pull. For example, there's some like secret rares out there that are not worth much, but they're still hard to pull, and so like it kind of sucks for collectors if you get where I'm going. But anyways, we're gonna continue on. At number 8, we have the Magnezone EX Full Art. This card is worth around $3.50 to $4, and it's super cheap and super worthless. But I guess it also has, you know, it's just the price you have to pay in order to potentially pull a Charizard Full Art, or a Charizard Mega Charizard X. Gosh, English. Can I English? Sometimes I can't. But yeah, the Mega Charizard X from Flashfire is a very, very pricey card, so I guess it kind of evens it out. But anyways, Magnezone, it's not worth a lot. Personally, I like the artwork on this, but it's not playable, so as a result, it's not worth anything. At number 7, we have the Wally Full Art for around $3 to $3.75, and you might be wondering, like, you know, why is this a bad card? I mean, it's a trainer, it looks pretty cool, but the thing is, basically, it takes up your supporter for the turn, so as a result, it's not super, like, playable and stuff. Keep in mind, I don't really play competitively, so I'm not gonna be super, like, knowledgeable about this, like, playable stuff, so please cut me some slack while I try to attempt to discuss this stuff. But at number 6, we have the Winona Full Art. This card is worth around $3 to $3.50, and, you know, this card is actually decent, so, getting 3 colorless Pokemon isn't that bad. But still, it's not up there in comparison to all of the other trainer full arts. So as a result, it's only worth around $3 to $3.50, which is kind of unfortunate. At number 5, we have the Battle Reporter full art, yet another terrible trainer. Now, I guess terrible is a bit of an overstatement. It's not terrible, but it's very, like, circumstantial, I guess would be the best way to explain it. So as a result, it has a value of around $3 because it just only works in certain situations, and as a result, it's not going to work out too well. At number 4, we have the Lysander's Trump card. This card is banned, so as a result, it's worth only around $2.50 to $3. So this would be the perfect place where I insert one of those huge, like, red banned things because it's a banned card, and as a result, you can't really use it anymore. So its only use is for collectors. And again, that's again where I was talking about, you know, it kind of sucks for collectors because cards like this are pretty much worth nothing now. Even though it's still, you know, relatively hard to pull. You know, full arts are, you know, what are they, like, I don't know, 1 in every 6 to 8 packs. I think that would be a good ratio. I don't know. But anyways, it sucks for collectors, but I guess it's, you know, to be expected for people who play competitively. At number 3, we have another Thundurus. This is the Thundurus Full Art from Emerging Powers, and this card is only worth $250. Like, that's just terrible. But don't worry, Enlisted Leaf. I'm addressing him like he's totally watching. I'm sure he's not. But anyways, this card still is super swaggy. He's got his arms crossed. He's super baller, if that even makes sense. But yeah, like, it's just the older sets, like the black and white eras, a lot of the full arts from those sets are just not worth much, and it kind of stinks because they look awesome in my opinion, but they aren't worth much, which is just unfortunate. But you know, what can you do? At number 2, we have the Fossil Researcher Full Art, another card that just isn't really playable. So basically, this card has one use and one use only. Put Aurora and Tyrant on your bench, and that's pretty much it. Period. That's all it does. So as a result, it's only worth around $2.20 to $3. Its use is so limited that no matter how cool of a full art it is, it's pretty much terrible. I'm trying to be nice here, but it's not good. You can't do much with it, and so as a result, it's just bad. So for number 1, we actually have a group of cards, the Radiant Collection cards. Now there is one exception. The Mew EX Full Art from Radiant Collection is worth a bit more. It's worth around, I don't know, $5 to $7, something around that range. First of all, I love it. I love the card. I love Mew. So as a result, it's like super expensive, right? No, I wish that was the case, but the reason that it's so expensive is because, not so expensive. It's not like super expensive, but the reason it's worth more than the other Radiant Collection cards is because it's relatively playable with that versatile ability. But I predict that the card will drop in value in the near future because Legendary Treasures is going out of format, so that's just something you need to keep in mind. But the other Radiant Collection full arts are worth around like $1 to $2. They are not worth much just because they're pretty much useless and they are so common. Like, it's weird. But yeah, so that was the list. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you know of any other cheaper full arts, feel free to let me know in the comment section below which ones you thought I missed out on, because you know it's very likely that I left out a few. I also want to give a huge thank you and shout out to Goomy Gamer 123 for helping me, compile the script, write it up, and all that stuff. He did most of the research, so a huge thank you and a huge shout out goes up to him. His channel link will be in the description below, so I highly suggest that you go check him out. He's fantastic. But yeah, that is it. I will catch you guys in the next one. Bye, guys!